So you're thinking of moving to San Antonio, Texas. In this video, we're going to go over the veteran benefits in Military City, USA, San Antonio, Texas. So strap your helmets on, tighten up your belts, and let's get ready to review some of the benefits here in the state of Texas that you have for your service to our country. From one veteran to another, I want to thank you for your service, and I want to share with you the great benefits we have. But before I do, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, send us a comment, email, text, or give us a call on the phone. If you leave a comment, we'll answer it. If you call us on the phone, we'll answer that too. And we're getting after it right now. So again, if you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, hit the subscribe button. New videos every week. You'd be the first one notified. And we're going to talk about 5 different benefits available to you as a veteran in our great state of Texas. The first one we're going to cover today is the educational benefits. Number 2 is going to be your employment after you get out of the service. And number 3, we're going to talk about the housing benefits in our great state. And number 4, we're going to talk about healthcare benefits that you're entitled to here and the medical treatment that you can expect as a veteran of the United States. And the 5th benefit we're going to talk about are the financial areas. So let's get started. Our first benefit are educational benefits. Many of you know about the GI Bill. Many of you have used that. But very few understand that there's another benefit here in Texas for military families, and that's called the Hazelwood Act. Now, the Hazelwood Act allows you to get up to 150 hours for your spouse in additional education benefits. In addition to yours, you can use that too. And those benefits cover tuition at our state schools here for higher education. I always recommend to the veterans here that they get in touch with their local veteran representative and discuss the possibility of using that in perhaps different ways. So know that that's available here and take advantage of it when you get settled. It doesn't make any difference when you get here to Texas, but those are typically reserved for the state residents of Texas. So it's entirely possible you'd have to gain residency in the state of Texas unless you entered from Texas when you entered the military originally. So if not, by establishing residency here in our great state, you will and can use the benefits afforded to you. The second benefit we wanted to talk to you today about are your employment benefits. As a prior service member, you are going to get additional support in your applications at many of the employers here in San Antonio, and especially with the government jobs available on our joint basis throughout the medical field with Audie Murphy Hospital and the other hospitals here. If you're in the medical profession, you're going to get a priority over any civilian applicants, and that's to reward you for the military service that you have given to our country. So don't ever forget to put that down, of course, on your resumes, talk about it in your interviews, and continue to behave in the way that you behaved in our military. It is all about discipline, and employers know that when they hire a military member, they can count on you showing up to work, they can count on you reserving your complaints, they can count on you to be a leader. And companies are looking for that. And the way our city here in San Antonio is expanding, you can expect that employers want that, need it, and will take it from you. Our third benefit as a veteran here in San Antonio, Texas, is our housing benefit. Many of you are familiar with the VA loan, but few are familiar with the VA land program that is strictly available here in Texas. That land program would allow you to get your own piece of Texas and perhaps build a home down the road on that. The interest rates for our Veteran Land Board loans are typically lower than VA loans, especially with the rising interest rates here in our country. So please check that out, the VA Land Board program, and work with a real estate agent who understands that and who can help you as you move in your transition to San Antonio, Military City, USA. The other benefit we wanted to cover today are your healthcare benefits. Now, I'm sure you're familiar, many of you Air Force people are familiar with Wilford Hall at Lackland Air Force Base. Well, that's just one of the facilities that you would certainly have access to. There's also the Audie Murphy VA Hospital in the Medical Center. There are many of us who get our care at that particular hospital, but in addition to that, we also have SAMC. SAMC is the old Brooks Army Medical Center, and it has been converted now to San Antonio Medical Center for our military. You might know that that facility takes our burn victims back from the battlefield in the current conflicts that we have over in the Middle East, and they're treated there. We also have access to that, and it's part of Fort Sam, our Army installation here in San Antonio. Keep in mind that we have Lackland Air Force Base and the other joint bases, Fort Sam and Randolph Air Force Base, which is now Joint Base Randolph. So keep those in mind. In addition to your medical care facilities, we have several clinics throughout the city, and typically you're assigned to a primary physician at one of those clinics. Should you have emergency medical needs, the hospitals are certainly available to you. There were several years ago where the VA, you might remember, was under scrutiny for the lack of professional care and medical care that they were giving to us as veterans. Well, that certainly is not the case here in San Antonio. My opinion is our care here is outstanding, and it is well above whatever you're hearing on the news and all the other locations. The doctors here, I can tell you firsthand, care about their patients. They treat them. They don't let you go until you are treated properly, and the follow-up is tremendous. If you need help with PTSD, you've got that particular care here available to you as well. And there are many, many support groups for our veterans coming back from Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, or wherever you may have served recently. So San Antonio is ready to welcome the veterans here. I'd like to also talk to you about the financial benefits of being here in Military City, USA. In the great state of Texas, one of the biggest benefits a veteran can have in conjunction with the purchase of a home is, depending on your service-connected disability and your disability rating, you may not have to pay property taxes here in Texas. Now, of course, we don't pay income tax here. We have no income tax system, but our property taxes are high compared to other areas of the country. And that is where the money, of course, to run the state and the other government programs comes from here in Texas. So depending on your service-connected disability, in addition to your homestead exemption, you would have an exemption also for your service-connected disability. It could be anywhere from 25% on up to 100% and forgive you all of your property taxes. Many of the veterans select San Antonio and the state of Texas to retire in because of that particular benefit. Again, I encourage you to work with professionals who understand that. Work with a real estate agent, and you know that's what we are. The real estate agents here in town, and especially the military veteran agents, understand and know firsthand the capability of the financial system to award you for your service-connected disability. Our loan partners are familiar with that and can guide you along the way. So one more time, if you're looking to move to San Antonio in 9 days or 90 days, click the like button, hit the subscribe button. New videos every week on this channel, and we look forward to welcoming you to Military City, USA very, very soon. Take care. We'll see you soon.